Recently, a Gold Star mother stopped to visit the Gettysburg battlefield up in Pennsylvania. She had driven past this national monument many times as she traveled to Arlington National Cemetery and the gravesite of her son who had been killed in Iraq. As she visited at Gettysburg, she was especially moved by the words from a Gettysburg newspaper published 4 days after the battle in July of 1863. Every name is a lightning strike to some heart, and every name breaks like thunder over some home and casts a long black shadow upon some hearthstone. The names: 58,257 names. It has always been the names. It has always been the names that drew people to the wall, to the Vietnam Memorial. I have visited the wall in Washington, D.C. many times. I've seen family members and buddies reach out and touch the name they had come to see, the name of the one they lost in a time almost beyond their memory, almost beyond memory, but never quite so. The Vietnam War tore the country apart like few events before or since. And in the aftermath of all of the disagreement and the protest and the heartbreak, it seems important to me to remember one thing. When the nation called, the young Americans whose names are on this wall answered that call. They didn't ask a lot of questions. They assumed that the President of the United States and the Congress of the United States knew what they were doing. They answered the call. When duty required them to stand the line, they stood through the hardships of what became a most unpopular war in one of the most difficult places in the world, and against a determined foe. They stood and they gave all they had. And just as their names are carved in the stone on this wall, may our remembrance of them every day, our remembrance of their service and of their sacrifice and of their nobility be carved on our hearts. There's a memorial over at Fort Stewart, Georgia, which honors the soldiers of the 24th Infantry Division who perished during Operation Desert Shield and Desert Storm. And I believe the words on that distant memorial will seem appropriate as we stand on this playground in Willis, Texas, before this replica of the Vietnam Memorial today. Hear the words. To all whose path will pass this quiet stand of pines, pause and reflect. For this is hallowed ground, and comrades are remembered here. And in a while, depart. Depart to honor their sacrifice, to remember and to serve as they served. And how, I would ask, may we serve as they served? We can serve as they served by honoring and supporting the brothers and sisters whom they served with in Vietnam, many of whom still suffer from the hardships of that war. And we can serve as they served by honoring those who chose to follow their example even today and serve our country in harm's way. Whatever our politics, whatever we think about the war in Iraq and Afghanistan, we can honor those who are currently serving under very difficult conditions. As I close today, please know that it has been a great honor to stand before this replica of the Vietnam Wall and honor the memory of those who made the supreme sacrifice in Vietnam, who gave all that they had. And it is an honor to honor the service of all present who have served our nation in our armed forces. May I ask all of the veterans present to stand to be recognized and honored. Gentlemen, it is my honor on behalf of all present to salute you. Please have a seat. May God watch over those who even today serve our nation in harm's way, and may God bless our great nation. Thank you.